Everybody, on this great November 4th, remember to vote if you have not done so yet. Everybody who is here, I see voting stickers.
Vote for issue 4.
Vote for issue 4 for our children. And we have no general session next week. But and that's because we have Veterans Day celebration, the official celebration next week. But we will commemorate our Veterans Day today, and in celebration of that, we have a special guest here today, and that would be U.S. Army General Major and author of the book Soldier of Change, Stephen Snyder-Hill. Would you like to come on up and speak for a couple minutes? We are honored to have you here.
Am I live? Okay. Thank you, President Brown, Commissioners Brooks and O'Grady. It's an honor to be here speaking in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. I joined the Army in 1988 and spent the next 20-plus years serving the country I love. It was actually in Iraq the first time that I went over there that I was in a firefight, and I thought as a 19-year-old that I was going to lose my life that day. I remember looking at a picture of my brother and his girlfriend in my vehicle and thinking that I'd never lived a day of my life for myself because I was gay and I had not come to terms with it. So I spent the next 26 years of my life serving my country when I felt like that I was protecting everybody's rights except my own. And in the presidential Republican debate of 2010, while I was serving my country the second time, some of the candidates had come on TV and said they wanted to reinstate Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which was my first grasp of freedom that I was going to get for my life. So I submitted a question, and it got booed on national TV. And since then, Josh and I have used that as a platform to be able to talk about why I'm a soldier and why I feel like that everything that I do, that I fight for my rights every day, and I'm going to continue to do that. It was actually in this very building Josh and I came to get a name change, and we were pulled into a room and told that we could not share a common last name because of the reason that we put on our application, which was that we were married. And they said Ohio doesn't recognize that, and so they encouraged us not to put that. And so we rode down these elevators right out here, and Josh was in tears, and he was just so upset. And he said, "This isn't fair." And so we pushed the top floor again and came right back up and reapplied. And the judge actually ruled in our favor. So it's just an honor to know that if you use the power of your voice and trust the power of your voice, you can make change. So I did write a book, and I'd be honored to give each of you a copy of my book. It goes through many of the things that Josh and I have been through. And it's really not my story, it's all of our story. It's LGBT veterans for many, many years have been serving their country and making sacrifices, but additionally they had to sacrifice their own lives to be able to be anonymous and not to tell people who they were, to be able to serve the country they love. So it's really an honor to be here and to be able to give you guys a signed copy of this and share my story with you, because you guys are soldiers of change too. You guys are the people that advocate for people in Franklin County, and especially a call out to you, President Brown, because you're just such a great advocate for the LGBT community. We just appreciate so much what you and your husband do for us, and it's just an honor to be here today.
It's an honor to have you here, and what you have done and what Josh has done for this community. We thank you for being open, for being out there every day advocating for the rights of everybody to be out and to be proud of what you're doing for our country, for our community. And, you know, I think all of us here are honored to have you here and to receive the book. And I am touched beyond belief that you're here.
I will just say that it's odd that Josh and I have more rights on a military base in Ohio right now than we have in our own home in Ohio. So that's why it's so important for all of us to use our voices and try to encourage that change.
Yeah.
Thank you, Major, for your service and for all you've done for the country, and thanks for being willing to be here and to tell your story, and thanks for your book and the gift of, not only the gift of the book, but the gift of who you are to the community. Thanks.
Appreciate that.
Can we get a picture with you?
That would be awesome.
Giving you guys the right versions.
Thank you, thank you.
My cousin served in the Marine Corps and was nearly murdered for her rights.
Thank you to all the veterans in the audience.
Absolutely.